Afternoon. Good
How
afternoon to your listeners.
we are happy to hear you from your constituency down there in St. Elizabeth. Which constituency is it again?
We're in Southwest St. Elizabeth,
Southwest.
Southwestern St. Elizabeth.
And we don't remember hearing anything from that MP. Tell us some of your areas where you cover.
Okay, so the constituency has 4 divisions. Pedro Plains, which is where I live, which was hit severely last year by Hurricane Beryl.
Wow. We lost you, Miranda. We lost her. Well, hence we'll be having problem getting any other people them down there, because the thing is stable. You're back with us.
You're back?
Yes, we're hearing you now. Go ahead.
Okay, loud and clear.
Yes. Yes.
We were talking about the places I represent. Well,
yes.
The constituency in which I had run in the last election.
Right.
Which is Southwestern St. Elizabeth, which is the south coast of St. Elizabeth. So I'm right on the coastline. So we have Pedro Plains, Mountainside, Black River, and Brampton. Now, last year we were in the news because we were severely hit by Hurricane Beryl.
Yes.
Especially Pedro Plains, which is the southernmost part of the constituency. So Pedro Plains was severely hit. Many of my neighbors, myself, all of us, flooded, roofs gone. We called out, we bawled out, we cried out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, after 6 weeks, everybody forgot about what we went through. And then 1 year later, just like clockwork, we're hit again.
Right.
But this time, we're right back at zero. And we are hit 4 times worse, 5 times worse.
Wow.
And now almost half of the constituency. Luckily, it was not as severe as in the entire constituency, because Pedro Plains and parts of Mountainside was spared.
Okay.
Parts of Pedro Plains and parts of Mountainside was spared a little.
Yeah.
But half of the constituency was devastated.
Brampton
was devastated. Black River, we're seeing the scenes on television.
Yes.
We're seeing the scenes on social media. And communication was almost next to zero for the last 3 weeks. It's just maybe about 4 days, 5 days we've had consistent connection with Digicel. Lime, a little bit more consistent.
Okay.
But Digicel totally gone. We're still without electricity.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looked like you're going to be without electricity for still some good time to come, Miranda.
Well, that is the reality that we now have to face. Jesus. Because when some of our contributors and support system comes into the constituency, they have to bring lights with them, because if they make the mistake of staying down here beyond 4 o'clock, it's pitch black for them heading out of the parish.
It frightens them.
Yeah, but it scares them. So honestly, you ever get hit 2 times, but then 2 lick are very hot? Yes. It's overwhelming.
Places like Treasure Beach is in your constituency?
Yes. So Treasure Beach was hit again. So it's like they're battered. Treasure Beach, Great Bay, we have a lot more flooding this time on the south coast. So many of our homes in Pedro Plains were flooded.
Mm-hmm.
Many of our homes were flooded out. And what you find now, heading on the coastline, you find that more of those within the coastline, the communities within the coastline were severely hit. For example, Parity. Now, yesterday we went into Parity, and when I'm telling you, I have never seen such devastation.
Jesus.
It is almost overwhelming. It's overwhelming. It's beyond what I can even describe.
So,
what you see in Black River,
yeah,
It's worse in Parity. I have never
Parity.
seen Parity, and this is a fishing village.
Yeah.
So you have several fishing villages along the coastline. So you have Great Bay, you have Calabash Bay, which is made up of Frenchman, Billy's Bay. Those were those were severely hit. But I think what happened now is when either the eye or the I don't know, some aspects of it, had to have touched Parity, because when it touched Parity, Black River, that is where the devastation start tearing up the whole place.
The high wall.
The
Come
landscape.
like you get the good part of the tornado.
Yes, yes.
Or the bad part of the tornado, I should say.
Right. Well, good or bad, I don't know what you call it, but we get it.
Yes.
We get it. And then the type of soil that they have. So on the south coast we have a more the soil can absorb water. But when you're heading down to the coastline now and near to Black River, it's mixed between the morass and the river. So what you find is that the sea overtook the entire land. So when you talk to the residents down there,
you got the 13 feet storm surge.
Right. So what they're saying is that they didn't know the difference between the land and the sea when they're in their houses. Some people describe, listen, man, this is going to hard. These experiences are going to haunt us for decades to come. People are going to tell stories of how they survived. We have to do documentaries about people's experiences.
Miranda.
Because I tell you, it's traumatizing.
I have been saying to my listeners and viewers from last week that we were spared the wrath of Melissa. And why I say so, when I listen to the stories of how people escape for them life or with them life.
Yes.
If this had occurred in the night time.
Yes. They would not survive.
If
people would
this
not
had come in the night. We thank you.
We would not have survived.
We thank you, Lord.
Yes. And there are still persons who are not saved, and we still feel we feel it for them, because we know that based on what they experienced, we could have lost so many more lives. So we still have to give thanks.
That's what we're talking about. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, man, you go ahead.
I was sharing that when it touched Parity, it looked like that is where it let out its wrath on the land, because you can't know the difference between the river, the landmass and the sea. The sea tore up the land. Pour it like it's almost like a ripped paper. You see rivers inland that you've never seen. You see trenches. To get to my house now, if I ever video the gully to get to my house, it's about 20 feet deep.
You're serious?
I have never seen. I swear, we cannot. There are two entrances. Gullies run where you've never seen gullies before. So it's two aspects of the constituency. One was torn by water, and one was devastated by infrastructure. So Black River and Brompton, total destruction of their homes and land and businesses. But on the southern side now, it's the farms that have been destroyed. So you have like all a 3-acre piece of land. All you see on it is rock stone.
Wow. It looks like
it washed the topsoil, the second layer it reached, and I'm telling you, the gullies that were there to bring the water off the land, the gullies have gone down 20 feet deep now. You can go down there and you can't see the top of your head.
So you can just imagine
what went on. If this is not where it touched, you can imagine what it went on within Black River. And we saw the images of how it left no roof untold. It left no person untouched. When I speak to the constituents, they tell me that they survived because they went into their ceilings. I had an experience with a young man who was so traumatized. When you see big, strong, trapped in man, were traumatized, them can't come out right now. It's like in parts of Parity, they've had to be given counseling.
Wow.
children are traumatized. The mothers, they have still not on they have still not let go of their children because they said they didn't know that they would survive. 2 days ago, we were in Black River with the Chinese delegation. They came in and gave us some really good help, and we had some water. And the young men, young men who don't normally talk, them say Miranda, cause everybody call me Miranda. Them say Miranda, say you never did I go see we again. Upper we neck the water reach, Because remember, Black River is the river and the sea.
Yes.
So the storm surge was so high, it covered houses. It covered houses and went back out to sea. Them say when the sea went on the land, they didn't know the difference between the land and the sea, how high it was.
Yeah, because they predicted 13 feet storm surge.
Yes.
We see the court store, Miranda. And from the first pictures of it, I said to myself, nobody no loot it, And the sea come and take everything and gone back with it, Because it looked like it leaked out from the back to the front. Is that so?
Yeah, man. Yes, that is exactly what happened.
Jesus.
What happened was that you see all the cottages and the guest houses in Paraty, which is one of the most beautiful places to vacation, by the way. Used to be. These cottages line the coastline. And when you're talking about multi-million-dollar cottages, all of the furniture were washed out and sent miles away. And when you look, the people them tell me that them into the ceiling and watch the settee and the couch go back to sea and come back by land.
Oh,
like
God.
It just went.
Like the wave just have it a rock.
Yeah, man. No, it pushed out the windows and sent all of the furniture out of the buildings. Every single building. When you talk about boat, boat leave the sea, and ended up in the morass. Meaning it went as far as maybe, boy, I can't even describe how far the boats went. Inland, like somebody took them up and drove them inland. When you look, you see cars. Oh God, BMW, Hondas, the most expensive vehicle. People lock them in their garages on Crane Road. And you're thinking that they'd be protected. Every single one lick out and head straight over the morass. When you're passing, it's like a graveyard of vehicles.
So it come with a vengeance.
Yeah, man. Whatever you could have imagined that happened based on the photos you're seeing, the life stories that these people tell, it can never be compared. It cannot be compared because they're still hopeless. Listen, the first day after the hurricane, when me say me a head go a Black River, the people were covered in sand from head to toe, all the dog in their hand. You ever watch Gaza? Like when the people them get bombed and you see them walking with the trolley. That is how I saw them. When I saw them, tears come on my eye. You see how my people them look. Like they do look hopeless, helpless, desolate. The sun was so high. The sun was about maybe 10 feet tall on land after the hurricane. You couldn't get to Black River, They had to take tractors and mow for days they were clearing sand off of the land so that you could drive on the road. You were skidding from side to side on sand. The sand left the sea.
The sea came right in.
Yes, the sea came in. If you know Black River, there is a large morass base on the inside. Go right back to the Black River. And in that morass, there's a community called Slipe. Now, Slipe is literally built in the swamp. Right now, as we speak, there are homes covered in water in the morass, in Slipe. Wow. Homes. So it's not just Content Manchester that is covered in water. The morass has not gone down. So those homes are flooded still up to window height. The last time I checked, some of the homes are still at window height. So the morass has not receded. And most of that community was built, literally, the people built their homes in the morass. So what you can't pump out water. Where are you going to put them?
So where are those people now? Where are those people living now?
They're still in Slipe.
In the morass?
Yes, there's still some homes are not flooded, but the ones that are flooded, they abandon them
Yes, you'd
until
imagine.
the morass absorbs it and the rest of it. We're hoping that the river, because the river is flowing heavily now, so you know that once the continuous rainfall occurs, the morass cannot decline. The morass water will still be high. So as
Yes.
long as we're having continuous rain, and we have been having continuous rain, as long as there is rain, we can't get the water down in those communities. Vineyard is another community too. This is something that we really have to look at as a country. Many of our homes are built in places where they are, I mean, they are not land that can be built on. They are built in morass. Vineyard is one such community. Parts of Arlington, Slipe, which is one of the largest communities we have in the constituency, literally built in the morass. If you take an aerial shot, it is completely surrounded by the river.
So how they getting out now?
Well, the road is dumped up, and they created a road heading around there. And you can when there is heavy rainfall, the roads is always flooded. But when people look in land, them just why I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how we can look at those future
let's look
planning,
forward.
building plans.
Let's look forward now. And what would you like to see done in your area for the people who are suffering, people who have been affected real bad? What are the things that you would want to see done now, Miranda, and what you are expecting? Real bad. What are the things that you would want to see done now, Miranda, and what you are expecting?
Well, more than ever, we need leadership. And we're not talking about only governmental leadership. We're talking about community leadership, because whatever branches of support system that we can pull together to organize a proper recovery plan for our constituency is going to be vital moving forward. Let me just share that we are grateful for all the contributions, all the support that we've been getting. Unfortunately, at this point in time, the people might not need as much food as they're getting. So we're no longer at the stage of relief. We're at the stage of rebuilding. So we're asking that when the contributors are coming in, even if you can come together and do something, bring lights, solar lights, because we don't know when we'll be getting back electricity.
Yes.
Bring clothes, because many of their home items have been destroyed. So they don't have sheets, they don't have mattresses. So what we're saying is that let's move from the stage of relief to rebuilding. How do we get these people back to a life where they can at least have a roof over their heads?
Yes.
And so it's going to, So it's going to be, we're going to move away from the food system, because what what's happened now is that we are getting food, and we have to give thanks to all WIC, World Kitchens,
World Central
Mercy
Kitchen.
Chefs. Yes, we have food. Food is being delivered to communities that are inundated.
Good.
So there is no challenge with food. I mean, you can't have too much food, but at this point in time, food is not what the people need.
People have nowhere to store the food.
Listen, them and the rat eat it, and that's why leprosa broke out. Them and the rat.
People serious. The people don't have nowhere to store the food because a lot of them don't have no houses. Is that so?
Yes. So there is no safe place for them to put the food. So the food is being eaten by the rats along with them. So that's the sad part about it. So what is happening now is that we're asking our contributors, we're asking those who are giving us some vital support, let us move away from the food. Let us see if when you go to the stores, buy 2 solar lights. If you bring 10 solar lights, that's 10 family that can have light in the night.
Yes, can see to move around.
Yes, solar lights, solar fans. We have the little small fan, because mosquitoes, oh my God.
And the babies are in problem.
I can't tell you. Oh gosh,
Miranda,
poor baby.
let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You think the government should provide a option for people who want to leave the area, people with small babies, elderly who have some chronic illness, who have needed medication to be refrigerated. Some of those people would want to take the option of moving out of the area for a while till things get back to normal. Do you think they should be given that option, or do you think people are looking for that option?